Today, we're going to be going over negative gems. Now, this isn't anything new to Supercell games. It happened way back in Clash of Clans. It happened in Clash Royale. And I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if this happened in Boom Beach or even Heyday for that matter. And if you're one of the individuals who has never seen this before, you're probably asking yourself like, well, how is this even possible? And to my knowledge, there's two main ways, and that's what we're going to be going over in today's video. Now, if you're a real one and you've watched most of my Brawl Stars videos, I touched briefly on this subject in one of my list videos, but I didn't go too in depth. So that's what I really want to dig into and touch on today. Before we begin, I just want to get your opinion. Is going negative in gems unfair for players, or do people deserve to go negative? In my comment section, let me know, and while you're at it, you might as well leave me a like. I mean, they're free to give. It takes a second to give me one, so give me one! As I previously stated though, there are two main ways that I know of to go negative in gems. We're gonna be breaking them each down one by one, going into all of the juicy details. That way your account stays safe and you never have to deal with this. So the first one, which is by far, in my opinion, the most common, and that is requesting for refunds. Now, method number 2 to go negative is using illegal services to buy quote-unquote cheap gems. Getting into the first way, this is refunds. In my opinion, it is by far the most common, and I'm fully on Supercell's side for this one. So what happens is people spend money on Brawl Stars to get gems, then once the gems are loaded onto their account, they either contact Apple, Google, or their credit card, and they pretty much claim that the purchase was a mistake and they demand their money back. So Apple, Google, their credit card, whoever they message, they'll issue the refund, but Supercell sees the chargeback. So while the user is getting their money back, Supercell also takes the gems out of their account. Just to give you an example, let's say you have 0 gems on your account and then you decide to buy 2,000 gems. Once those gems load onto your account, you spend them all, and once you spend all of those gems, you message Apple, Google, whoever, demanding that you get your money back. So once the money is back in your account, Supercell sees that you issued the refund, so they take those 2,000 gems back. And remember, when you started with this, you had 0 gems. So if Supercell takes 2,000 away from 0, you are now stuck below 2,000 gems. And the only way to get out of this is to collect 2,000 more gems to put you positive. Being in negative doesn't let you spend more to get further negative. You're pretty much stuck negative until you collect enough gems to get your way out of there. And some people try arguing like, this isn't fair, you shouldn't go negative. Now to think about this logically, let's say you buy something from the store and when you get home, you realize you don't like it or it's not what you thought it was. So you go back to the store, return it, and get your money back. Now usually whenever you return something, you have to give back what you bought in order to get your money back. So buying gems and requesting for a refund is no different. Like if you issue a refund, it's clear you didn't want the purchase, so why should the gems stay on your account if you're getting your money back? So as I previously stated many times by this point, I'm fully with Supercell here. If people are trying to get refunds and they're getting their money back, they shouldn't get to keep their purchase on top of that. Now moving on over to the second method, this is using illegal services to buy quote-unquote cheap gems. Now to be fair here, I have to give a disclaimer. I'm not fully educated on this category, so if I say anything wrong or slightly off, that is on me, but I do believe for the most part that what I'm about to be telling you is fairly accurate. So when it came to Clash Royale, which keep in mind is owned by Supercell, the same company who makes Brawl Stars, gem prices were different based on where you were located around the world. So just looking at this picture here, it's comparing the gem prices for Clash Royale with dollars and euros. So 14,000 gems cost $99, but in the second picture, it cost 109 euros. And I'm sure some of you are thinking, well, currency is weighted differently, so maybe if you do the conversion, these two even out. I went to Google, went to the currency converter, and $99 equals 89 euros. So in theory, the picture on the right should have the cheaper gem amount, not be even more expensive. So switching the conversion backwards now, 109 euros converts to $123, meaning that if this is your store in Clash Royale, you're going to be spending more money opposed to if you lived in the US. And I believe some countries have gem prices that go even cheaper than $99 for the max amount. So in theory here, let's just, play out a scenario. Let's say a country has the max gem price is $50. I don't know which country has the lowest gem rates, but I know $99 definitely isn't the cheapest one. So in theory, a country has the maximum gem price set at $50. If someone lives in this country, they may offer a service to log into your account, buy the gems at the cheaper amount, and even though they're going to be buying it for $50 per stack, they may upcharge you, and instead of charging you $50 for the max amount, they may charge you $60, so that way they profit money. Now, I believe Supercell can see where gems are purchased from, so if they see some sketchy or unusual activity, they may remove the gems off of your account. And in some cases, I've heard that people have even gotten banned because of this. So out of the two, comparing refunds versus illegal gem services, I would say buying cheap gems through random people is definitely more sketchy than refunds, but at the end of the day, I would say Supercell is justified in removing gems in both situations. Now, that is everything for today's video. In my comment section below, remember to let me know, do you think going negative is justified or unfair? I would love to hear your opinion, so please leave me that comment. And while I'm sitting here rambling, you know the drill by now, leave a like. It takes a second to give me one, they're free to give. I spent time on this video, you can spend a few seconds leaving a like. But guys, this has been Eclihpse. I appreciate you watching today's video, and peace out.